Well, the children are all so far away. APS swooped in, I rough and took them today, with tears welled up in their eyes. No parents by their side. APS wins again today. Don't think it's the truth. Gone away is their youth, and the empty eyes of the parents prove it. Don't you think for a minute you are weak because they're gone. There wasn't any warning for you to follow along. A caseworker has no soul to hold in check. It's why they leave us parents such a wreck. Don't stand for the hell they created. All of our children they stole, our saving. They are waiting at the door for us to save them. We need to stand up for our God and obey Him. He leads us to the battle with a beating drum. The feeling they took his only son. He may be the powerful, our creator. The son he gave to us is our savior. He won't be ignored if a praise is held up high. Those kids were made by us for his endless supply. We are to protect the children at all costs. This game is not over. We have not lost. We have the power He gives us inside. We rise to the faith when it's time. You never stand by yourself. Take God off the shelf and then draw the power you need.
Tiff and the Punisher, they won't back down. Fight for the children in every town. They are taking our kids every day. I try to meet and no one has a thing to say for those who have been isolated. Don't be worried, you have a voice today. So listen up everyone, here is the story. Child Protective Services is real. CPS is what they call it. They want our kids because it fills a lot of people's wallet. We all think it won't be us. We say when they come we will be so tough. It all sounds good when there's no one to take them. But when they come, your voice gets to breaking. Stay calm, step away. CPS ain't taking no one today. We are educated. Stay calm, step away. CPS, you need to leave. I know the tricks up your sleeves. You can't do what you're trying to do. We have done our homework. Don't do a damn thing without a warrant. You no longer will steal our kids this way. Tiff and the Punisher have come for the calling. They are giving us the CPS warning. Their voice is loud and clear. We stop losing our kids this year. Tiff wants to fight the entire planet. She is tired of our kids being taken, God damn it. She's been fighting CPS for 30 years, bringing children home from this disgusting mess. The Punisher is screaming out loud, abolish CPS and tear it down. I want all our kids to come back. Look at all those kids, pictures held up like thin tags. Together we are stronger than we need. We will tear down CPS with high speed. We will do so much being together. Birds of a feather flock together. So watch out CPS, here we come. Picking you one by one. We promise to bring back the family and prosecute the caseworkers unhandily. So give us back the kids you have taken. Tiff and the Punisher sending you all on a vacation. The one with bars in the windows and the only games you play are old Nintendos. Corruption in courts, here we come. We won't stop until it's done. You judges need to learn what you stand for. This is Tiff and the Punisher warrior, and we cry out to all of you out there. We need support for a cause that many don't care. All children are being stolen way too often. So CPS, we plan on doing the stopping. Stopping.
All right, well, check this out. This is the coolest thing ever. So I've been waiting. You keep asking me about my mom and everything, and I was waiting because I knew that there was something that was coming, and we got fan mail. Mm-hmm.
What? Oh my!
Queen Tiff.
Oh my! Oh,
There's yours right here. Do you want to wait and see what it is? Do you want me to wait and send it to you to see what it is, or do you want to see what it is right now?
you can do both.
Well, let's open the card first.
Okay.
Pretty
That
sure I
is
know
so
who this is
sweet. I've never gotten fan mail before.
See, if you had paid attention, you would have seen who it was that sent us this. So I knew that someone was coming. So I'm like, you know what? She didn't
I
even
think
catch
it
that.
was Alicia.
Yes, I believe it was too. I think the card will tell us though.
Okay, let's open the card.
I'm so excited. I'm nervous.
Yeah, right.
The little white powder's going to come and poof at me.
No, not on here. If it wasn't from Alicia, I would tell you to call like the FBI or
Right.
something.
Oh, she said thank you. Oh my God, that's the coolest thing. Oh wow, that's so cool, Alicia. You're awesome. It says thank you for sharing all your knowledge and insight. I hope you enjoy the shirt and the decals made. Alicia, Maher, and
Wow.
family. Alicia, thank you so much. This is balls. Check this out. Boom. Can you read it?
No, I
You
can't.
know,
I'm
it
sorry.
says right on it says abolish the corrupt system. CPS breaking news. It's got a child handprint in it, and it's a little decal for the
Oh,
car or for wherever you want to put it.
that is so
Alicia,
sweet.
these are badass. These are freaking awesome.
Now I got a
Hello,
question.
Alicia makes some stickers for the store. These are freaking awesome, people.
Oh my God, that is
I
awesome.
know I'm trying to figure out how I can get some light on this for you. I got
I hope
plenty of
you
it on
didn't
me.
send my other stuff because now you got
And
more
now I
stuff
can
to
send it
put
to
in.
you. I knew that this was coming, so I wasn't going to send two things. I didn't know what it was, but I knew
Okay.
that she had said that she sent it to here, so I was waiting.
I
You know,
absolutely
I can't.
love that.
Yeah, isn't it awesome?
Yes.
That's great, Alicia. Thank you so much. That is so awesome. And here's the check the T-shirt out. It says hashtag end CPS corruption on the front with a big dollar sign, and on the back, check this out. And
Wow.
it says CPS DCFS with the money sign. It's got a cool little logo with it. It's just a system where money talks, the court is unconstitutional, and families are destroyed.
Oh my God.
Hashtag end CPS corruption.
That is
These are
freaking
awesome.
awesome.
I'm not even going to wear this. I'm going to hang this on the wall.
Right?
Great. I'm going to go right next to the flag. Thank you, Alicia, very much. That's really awesome. Thank you so much. That's the coolest damn
Wow.
thing. Wow, that choked me up.
Yeah, right?
That's so nice of her to do that.
That was nice. Thank you so much. Oh my God. That is awesome.
Wow. That's really cool. Yep,
Wow.
that was really cool. Thank you, Alicia. That's cool. That's good stuff.
So while we're on a happy note, I have to
Yeah.
tell everybody. Now, I told you the first one to the courthouse wins. So 2 years ago, a grandma called me, was in a panic, actually Spanish sent her to me and was like, can you help her? And I said, I don't know. I talked to grandma. She got to the courthouse, got custody of this baby, and the baby is going home.
Oh, sweet.
I
Put
think
another one in the record books.
that's right. I think the baby is being returned on October 8th, if I remember the date correctly. But I'm so happy.
That's freaking awesome. How many is that for you?
God, who knows? Who knows? I'm gonna say
That
in
is
the
freaking
last 2
great.
years, probably
Now, how long
6.
did this fight take?
Well, the fight took 2 years.
Yeah.
But the minute the baby was born, grandma went and filed custody. CPS in West Virginia lied and said grandma had a CPS case. She wrote the state sent her a letter, certified mail with the little notary on it. Never had a CPS case. Judge said relinquish the baby to grandma. So mom's done everything she's supposed to do, and baby will be home. I want to say the 8th.
That's freaking great. That's
Yeah,
so exciting.
I'm
Good
so
for that
happy for
baby.
her.
And they listen, that's it. They listen to what you said. They listen to what you suggested. This is it. Like we might not be lawyers. We're not lawyers. Some of us
No.
are trying to be a lawyer, but we're not all trying to be lawyers. And some of us might not ever be a lawyer, but we're trying
Right.
for that. So, but we give goddamn good advice. And we give good advice because we've been through it. We've seen it. We've seen the things that we talk about that have made a difference and the things that we talk about that don't. I would think that you should listen and you should pass this along to any of your friends that need to listen, because there's a big difference between us. And I don't mean, I'm not trying to put a separation out there, but there's a big damn difference between us and what these other people are trying to do and accomplish. The thing is I don't know what all of these other groups are trying to accomplish. I'm not really sure. Are they there for the good of everybody involved with this stuff? Or are they just there for the good of a quick fix or a quick hoorah to make themselves out there? Because where are you going to go next? Where are you going to go next? Where are these people going to go? Because when this is over, it will be over soon. Mark my words, this will be over. But it's not going to come at the hand of any of them. It will not. And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. I'm not saying this to be bad towards any other groups or whatever. But nobody is out there educating people on what to do and how to do it and the way to come through it other than us. I look at this stuff every day, day in and day out. There is not very many that sit back and take the back seat or the back of the bus or the whatever you want to call it and sit here and just preach fundamentals. Like, no one wants to hear the fundamentals, right? Everybody wants to be in the, let's talk about the Supreme Court. Let's talk about this landmark case, or let's talk about all this stuff. While we sit back here and say Constitution, 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 drill it through your freaking head. So much so that I can remember when we started this, nobody talked about no warrant. Now, we might not have 10,000 views, so they say, or all of this, but it seems awful fishy how the biggest thing that everybody says now is you can't come in our house without a warrant. But I don't remember anybody talking about no, don't come in here without a warrant a year ago. Seems like a year and then coming up some. A lot of people have caught on and trended this whole don't have a warrant, you can't come in the door type shit. So it just proves that our education and what we're doing is working. We get kids home. It might be one at a time. And it's not me, and it's not Danielle, or it's not Brenda, or it's not Henry. It's one of us at all times are running on all cylinders for this cause. Nobody else does that. Like, this is just what we do. It's not a show. This is like class every day. Like, we're teaching you people how to beat these things. And there's a lot of you out there that still have your kids because you follow these things. And it's fine not to say, oh yeah, it is because this. I'm not looking for oh yes, okay, I did this and whatever. I'm just saying, pass this stuff along to your friends, share our stuff, share our shows, check out everybody else's stuff. We have a bunch of stuff coming up. Check out cpsbreakingnews.com. We have an abundance of information available for everybody. We have contact ways that anybody that's involved with CPS can get involved with us. Now, it might take a minute to get an email back or whatever, understand that, but we're here for everybody. And you know what? Just Alicia doing that little stuff right there, that's like you listening to the thing on your phone. Woo, we got one, as you would say.
I hear you.
That was it. Like, all right, motherfuckers, let's go.
Darren, I think you have to answer this question because I don't deal with the motions. I only deal with the lower courts. I mean, Dr. Death said that he got an answer and they told him he had 30 days to amend his complaint. Does that mean to redo the whole thing or what?
That means that they probably give you a list of records of things that they said was wrong in there. They give you like a guideline or something that the judge or the magistrate disagreed with. You definitely should correct the issues that they've highlighted. You can't make a whole new motion. You can't make a brand new motion. You have to act off of what you already have in place. Or you can let them close that and then go back with a new motion and try to get back into a case again. It's up to you. But no, you can't redo the thing in its entirety because you're just amending it. There's something on there that they didn't agree with that they've told you, and they're giving you 30 days to argue that back. That's what they're doing. So
this is a TPR too, so I didn't know that. But I forgot that was a TPR.
Well, what's his complaint? Let's start with that. What's his complaint?
Spanny's been working with him to get the TPR overturned. So
All right, then we probably don't want to talk about this too
Yeah,
much with
because
them.
I don't know too much about TPR overturnings. I think you need to get with Spanny because she's been working with you and
Ha!
I don't know because I don't do those kind of. I do local court stuff.
You see, we got a guest. She chickened out. She was just there. Damn it, she was so close. Come on, come back, lady. There's nothing to be afraid of here. There she comes. I'm putting her in before she can't leave. Here she comes. Jess, hey, how are you?
You're popping my cherry right now.
Yep, we got her. We've broken her. We've broken her in.
I haven't. I refused for years.
But now you're here. See, it's not
Yeah,
that bad. You can
no,
only see yourself. You
it's
know, it's like
terrible.
being in the bathroom, kind of.
Oh
Well, I didn't
Jesus,
know
Darren.
this. I thought you were just sending me a link to the show, and so I got on and off about 757 times before I was like, do I do it? Do I not? I don't know. Um, I heard Tiffany talking about the appellate courts. Girl, that's
Yeah,
my
you're the appellate.
damn
You're
less
the appellate.
wrong.
Yeah, I don't know too much about that. I mean, I do the little court shit.
Yeah, I hate those. Like dude, I can save anybody in the world, but like my own shit.
That's how it always goes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. I never paid attention to my own stuff. I just found out I was on some kind of list with Darren.
She
What?
made the list, Tiff. Like the same list that you're on. She made the list.
I
I'm with the
guess that's true.
DJ. I'm with the DJ.
Yeah.
Ah, you're so funny.
And there's so much more. I have like an FBI number. I got all sorts of shit going on. I have no idea. I don't know what a
Um,
CI. Yeah, I got all sorts of exciting stuff.
yeah, well, I've been on that list for quite a long time.
I don't, but I don't know if I have or not because I just found out today, like that's somebody accidentally sent me a piece of paper that was mixed in with like another piece of paper that was like, "What's this?" And it was like, "Oh, what the."
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, Darren, what is this? He's like, oh yeah, you're on the list. I'm like, well, how do you get off? He's like, you don't. I'm like, well, all right. Well, I'm with the DJ
And it's a
then.
fictitious list too. They don't. They will never, ever, ever tell you that there is a list.
No, they
Um,
won't.
but it has a number.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah,
okay. And so it's like
yeah.
I'm not gonna say it.
There's a
This
list.
it's like
There
the
is a list, but they will tell you that there is not. That you can never find it. You can never hear about it.
so
Never
it's
know. It's
like
not
it
public knowledge.
depends
You're not
on
going to be
what
able to
the
do it for you
meaning
and
of
find it.
is. They're confusing. That's
Jess,
all right.
how do these people beat? What do these people do when they go to their appellate courts? What is the first thing that these people
It's
need to go
actually
that they need to
super
do?
easy. Well, first of all, go like appealing to a higher court is a matter of right. That's like number one. So there is people that have reached out to me that are like, I've been TPR'd. I think 4 years was the longest that had been TPR'd. And I'm like, so if you look at your court order and it's literally, if it says like, this is not appealable, you know how some court orders in district court will have like the judge that says like, this is not an appealable order. Wrong. They lie. It's a matter of right. And then some of them will say you only have like 14 days. Wrong. It's a matter of right. So if the or they just won't have it at all. So if the court order doesn't have anything about the appellate court, or it gives you like 2 weeks, or tells you it's not appealable, that right there is grounds for you get to go in. So it doesn't matter. So fraud, right, tolls the statute on anything. It doesn't matter what it is. So it's there's little things you can do too, but it's literally 2 pages. You take the last court order, a fee waiver, which is like 1 page, and then it's called a notice of appeal, which is 1 page. It's literally like, what's your name, what was your court case, and what's the defendant, and you take all three of those, fill them out and turn them in, and within 24 to 48 hours your matter of right says you get to go have a freaking appeal and they can't say shit to you. But you
I
do
got
have
somebody. I got somebody that needs your help.
I'm all over it.
So when I
The
send you the phone number,
Yeah, I'll
yes.
tell. The only problem is that when I was started doing like appeals years and years ago, it was not as corrupted as it is now. So what they're doing is they're quote promoting, right, all the lower district fucking jackoffs corruption. And they're like, we're gonna promote you to the appellate courts because they're trying to flood them with as much. I mean, it's bad everywhere, but it was not as bad then. So but that's okay because there's so many different moves. Like you can then, when it started getting corrupted, I learned how to do the Supreme Courts, and then and then people think you're done at the Supreme Court, but you can actually appeal it to the Chief Justice. There's so many things you can do. File a different. I mean, just the key is to bug the shit out of them. That's how
Mhm.
I win. They're like, go away. And I'm like, that's a win. You got it. That's my tactic. Bug the
It's just
shit out of
funny.
them until they go away. That's like, look, your win, and my win. It's all the same. I just bug the shit out of them. So
So Dr. Death says he got told he couldn't appeal a petition.
perfect. Did they put that in writing?
Oh,
What petition was it?
yeah, that's a curious one.
If any lower courts tells you that you cannot appeal, it's your fucking is a matter of right. Like I know they don't use the Constitution, they don't go by the Bill of Rights, they don't do any of that, but the appellate court is actually when your constitutional rights actually kick in. So like district court, you're fighting like admiralty maritime law, right? Law, land, air, water. You know what I mean? Like you're fucking drowning in the ocean doing some fucking with their right. No, but they do like, and then what's on the sides of them? River banks, because that's a bank. It's like it's a whole situation. But if any of them tell you cannot, that's the lower courts tell you that you cannot appeal. Challenge accepted, fuckers. Because it's a matter of right, so you can appeal anything. Now they can deny you if they want, but that's fine. We can skip it up, but it doesn't matter. You can appeal anything. So especially if they tell you you can't appeal, that's when you actually get right in.
Oh, his lawyer told him you shouldn't have listened to him anyway.
Wait, was
They
it? Hold
teach
on. Was it
it's
a
a
public pretender or paid?
well, it's probably a public pretender. It says TPR petition. My lawyer told
Yeah,
me.
if he was TPR'd, he had a public pretender for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I could, or
Mm-hmm.
I would. I'm not. I don't bet, but I'm willing to almost bet Darren's life on it.
Uh, uh,
I don't
sucks
want
to
to
be
bet.
there.
I don't want to bet my own life. No, I'm kidding. I think yeah, it was. It was, but of course they're going to tell you that. But they also, the whole job of the public pretenders. Well, I don't fucking hate my public pretender. Actually, was also a district attorney. She was just like making it rain guilty pleas. But the public pretenders are actually hired to not say a word, not submit any evidence because, right, if you don't like dispute it or object it, it stands as truth and fact. So if they say nothing and just act dumb, you don't know, they don't know, then whatever somebody's saying about you is true. So and look at their paychecks come out of the same. They get signed by the same freaking person that signs the DA and the it's all a big old
Right,
circle
because their
jerk
key
of.
thing that they are doing is they put nothing in your evidence file. That way, when they give you nothing to appeal based on,
Oh,
because you can only
but
appeal,
that
you can
doesn't
only appeal.
matter. It doesn't
Right, but that's
matter.
what the lawyers are doing, so that when
Right.
they go and appeal, there's nothing that they can do because they're like, you don't even have any evidence to
Right,
dispute whatever we
because
just.
with the appellate court, you don't show up to court, you don't go to trial. There's none of that. It's strictly paperwork that they read. So
Right,
without an order, they can't appeal. However, if if they refuse to give you an order, then you can write like you can send a declaration and just say they refuse to give me the order. I cannot get it, and I know that you are like that I have to attach something, but and then you just like there's ways around that. It doesn't
you
matter.
also have to get the transcript, right?
Well, you can have them. No, you can fill. There's like a form. I'll have to look at the form. you fill out a form and submit it to the appellate court, and then the appellate court goes and gets it, so that you don't even have to mess with it anymore. Look, once you get in, you're in. Like they can still
You
have
said urine.
urine. You can they can, but if you don't file, it's called, well, right? Because I'm not an attorney, so what do I have to say? Like, this is for educational. I'm not an attorney. I
There
should
you
say
go.
one on TV. Is that better? Okay, you can file what's called a motion for stay proceedings, which will halt, because that's one of the things the district court does, is they will actually continue your hearings. So you're like going there while you're going here and filing paperwork, and they just have you like running on that hamster wheel double time. But if they deny your motion for stay, then you get the denial, because they're sloppy. That's why we're starting to be able to dismantle them, because they're just too proud and sloppy. So they'll send you that like form that says like, you cannot, like, we denied your stay, like, haha. But then that's perfect, because now what, you get to submit it right into the appellate court. And if they deny your stay while you have an appellate court number, it's an automatic, and then the appellate court will then make them stay. So it's like fucking pin them against each other at that point. Let them fight
Mhm.
about it. I'm out. I got an appellate number. Fuck you.
So what do you do in cases like Virginia? JD in our court is not a
Yeah,
court of
Virginia.
record.
What do you mean?
Our juvenile and domestic courts are not courts of record.
Okay, so what do you mean? What do you do?
So like people here, I've been telling them subpoena their damn cases.
Yeah, but
Um,
you don't have, that's the thing, is when you go to the appellate court, it is now the appellate court, the appellate court. So when you get an appellate number, the clerk of your district court, or the signer of the judge, or the judge's fucking hangman or front runner, whatever that's called, they have like I think 20, don't quote me on this, like 24 to 72 hours to submit all your stuff to the appellate court once you have a number. So you're out. It's not like the district court where they give you, like, where they don't give you lube. You know what I mean? Like, you get a little bit of lube in the appellate court. And the appellate court actually works with the district court. They're like, give me they so it's like the appellate courts actually are the ones that like radio down to the district court saying, well, they have a number. I need the transcripts. I need this. I need that. I need the records. So it's not, you can try, and then if they mess with you, you just submit a declaration like they refuse. And then that's when you can use your constitutional rights and their due process and all the stuff that is like doesn't work in the lower courts. But you back out after that. It's kind of their problem. And the appellate courts are also really good. Like, they will always give you a letter, like, in time. If you have 10 days, and then if you don't get it, like, if you get it like 3 days late, you all you have to do is call and say, look, I need an extension. I'm representing myself and I didn't get it in time. They're like, no problem. They're like, they work with you, because that's the court where your constitution kicks in. That's the court where they honor Bill of Rights. That's where they're not on maritime, right?
But
It's actual.
I think the question was that they have no record. So what are they going to the appeals court? What
They
do they go with?
have records always. They have an audio file which people can get, and they have records. They just tell you they don't have records, or it's confidential, and since you don't have, like, legal custody of your kids and you don't have access, like, they have everything. They're just not going to show you. But who is higher than district?
Right.
Appellate court judges actually have the power to take a district court judge down. They have the power to slap a lawsuit on them. They Yeah, they have everything. They just don't want you to have what they don't like to share. They
Right.
pa-
They're
they
not
they
good at
failed
sharing.
kindergarten 101.
Yep.
Yeah, so
They
that
were
it's
always beat
really,
up on the playground.
and then you don't have to, you're not on the defense all the time either with the appellate courts, where you're just like, how in the district courts you're literally like, everyone, you argue with your attorney, you argue to get everything that's your fucking right. You're like exhausted arguing. With the appellate courts, it's like, hey, can you send me this motion? They're like, sure. It's just totally different. It's a different ballgame because you're operating in a different law. You're not in water land, fucking riverbank drowning. You're in Constitution, but you're actually,
Constitutionville.
yeah, it's Constitution. So you get to actually like, when you say due process, they're like, oh, we know what that is and we care because we'll get sued, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I tell people, because I'm on all the Virginia court stuff, and every time I see a TPR, I always look at it. Do you know the number one reason why they will not overturn these TPRs here?
Well, who, first of all, who's they? District court?
No, our Supreme Court.
Oh, because they're taking it somewhere from the district court because they're all in on it together.
Well, if you read it, it says parents did not insert their constitutional rights from the beginning.
So actually, um, if you do, I'd like to see one of those motions because I've seen those before, or those orders. Um, because everyone always starts out that way. That, so that, you know what I mean. But the beginning of what they usually put, look, everything in the court orders, like it's like Da Vinci Code, right? That's the, aside from, that's the two things that I learned was cracking the Da Vinci Code, aka court orders, and the appellate courts. But if you actually really like break down a court order, you like, people don't like really read it. They just kind of skim it over because it's a like a shot to the gut. They say you don't get overturned, and they're just like, ugh, right? And anything after that, they're uninterested in. But really, it's like everything in that court order literally explains, if you can learn how to like decipher it, how to beat it within that same order. Like the codes, it's like they'll cite all these codes according to Penal Code 56157A. You didn't do this, but their trick is what they cited in numbers is different from the sentence you read. Do you see what I'm saying? They blend it together to make you think that sentence is what that means. It's not. Opposite, two different completely things. So like I just started like Googling every fucking number I saw, to the point now I can't even pass a number without being like, what is that? You know, like, and then I'm gonna enter it in Grok, and then I'm gonna get out my freaking black laws and put the numbers in there. Like I'm like, I don't trust shit. Like I've become one of those paranoid conspiracy theorists, but it's always turned out to be true. But if you read the court order, they didn't insert it in what? In the Supreme Court filings? From, are they talking about district court? Are they, you know what I mean?
I don't
What?
know, but I
Send
teach
me.
my
I
I'll
got.
have to find another one because I get so
I would
tired
love
of
to
looking
see
at them.
one. Yeah, there, and it's probably just like clockwork for them, like a template. They're just
Yeah,
wheeling them out.
I didn't
No,
even think
but
about that.
right,
So I
but the,
teach my parents, I don't care who they are. If they show up at your door, you insert your rights immediately. Because trust me, they don't like that shit. They even put in my daughter's paperwork. Grandma was belligerent, screaming constitutional rights, civil rights. Bitch, I'm glad
and
you
you
put
were
it in
like,
that
"That's
court
me."
order. Yep, that's what I said. Yep, I sure am. And
I
anytime you
didn't, before
violate it,
I
I'm gonna
even knew
scream.
you. I knew that. They, I was like, "Who's Tiffany?" And Darren's like, "Tiffany." I was like, and then like, "Oh, the one that yells." Yeah. Oh, we got her. No, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't
So
like me either, but I have a different like, I, you know what's fucked up? I never like, I didn't even really have a CPS case. My fiance's ex-wife was a social worker, and
what?
we got just as much trouble from her because I was like the new wife, right? Without having a case. So I got everything that CPS workers gave to the we the people without even having an open investigation. I did have that one knocked on my door once, and you know, I was like, "Come on in." Like, this ought to be fun. She's like, "Your daughter said you pushed her once, like last summer." I said, "Is pushing abuse?" And she said, "No." And I said, "Then why the fuck are you here?" She left, but I invited her to come back for a barbecue, but I don't think she wanted to. I was like, we'll barbecue tonight, and she's like, okay, but we did end up texting a little bit. We became kind of friends, so
Oh
Jess, you don't become
no.
friends with caseworkers.
not
Don't take
friends
that
like
advice from
that. No,
anybody.
but like if she texts, look, I texted her because I was like, is that officially closed? She's like, yes. I'm like, awesome. Can you send me a letter? I never talked to her after I got the documents, but like friends, like I need, I need to make sure it's done. She's like, it wasn't ever really open. I'm like, do you have that letter? She's
Yeah,
like, I can
right.
make, yeah. And she's like, I can make one. I'm like, that. Why else would I talk to one of you guys? I don't like them at all.
That's so funny.
I
I'm looking
know.
for your. I'm looking. I want to show Jess you and your action here. I'm trying to
Oh,
find the video.
girl, I do not fuck around. 12 police officers in a CPS worker. Y'all got the wrong fucking house.
Yeah, this is great. I'm trying to
No
find
habla.
it. No, she hablas all right.
Oh, yes, I did.
She
Huh.
hablas the shit out of them.
You
Where'd you
fucking
send
right.
that to me at?
We will start talking to them in cursive and throw them through a loop.
Oh yeah, they won't even know what's hit them when you talk to them in
That's
cursive.
right. I'm going to
What do they
start
call
talking
that?
to you
Pig
in
Latin, right?
cursive.
Isn't it Pig Latin talking in cursive?
I don't know how to speak any of that shit. I can barely speak English.
Oh, Lord. Oh, my.
Oh my
And,
Except
shit!
and
for, look, except for if you put me in, like, here's what's really stupid about me. And I should have fear, but it's like, I just can't because they're such fucking dirty dicks. Like, but I should be in fear of them. Like,
why?
because it's like I don't know, because they could make it there. It's a judicial mafia, and so you should be a little reserved, But I
Mm-mm.
just can't. I just
Mm-mm.
something
Told
I
3
want to.
judges I would sue them. Yeah, they won't even hear a case with my name on it. Nope.
I have been through all 13 in my local family court. I have one
And
left.
she's not lying. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've
I
seen
gave
it.
and in the other side, I'm getting a felony overturned because they finally figured out they've arraigned me in family court for like 6 felony contempts. I had them all beat from my. They've had traveling judges from other towns like, oh, I'm a former prosecutor, we'll get her done. Like I beat all of it. But the thing is I can't. I actually like to play with them. Like, let's figure you out and have a little fun and see what's happening. And I can't get anyone to fucking stay in front of me. And everyone's like, how do you get them recused? I'm like, you don't. You just be such a fucking strategic nightmare that you get them to recuse from you. So I'm on my 6th one out in criminal court getting my shit overturned. And I've only been there for like 3 months.
Oh, my.
I'm telling you, I can't. Just right when I start to like them,
Oh,
they leave,
Lord.
they leave me.
Yeah, when
No,
the cops
I
come to
don't
my
like
house,
them.
we play little games
I know.
like
Where's
that.
Tiff? Do you have it right available right quick? You can. Oh, I think I just. Yeah, on the power and take. I don't think this is it. I'm looking
Go
for
to
it right now.
YouTube. They're right on YouTube.
What game do you play? A fun one?
Yes, she
Yeah.
plays fuck around and find out.
Yeah, I do play fuck around and find out. I sure do.
Yes, she
Um,
does. All right, I'll go to
every time I
YouTube.
would go to court, I like the shirts I would wear were like "Not today, Satan" and "Raise a Hallelujah" and "Jesus loves you, but I'm his favorite." Like they just because they're all like it's all like a devil demonic like it's a dark sacrificial kind of, you know what I mean? It's like Illuminati's and just they're devil worshippers. They're all evil, and so I just was trying to push the envelope, and they don't read shit anyway. Like your fate's already decided when you get there. It's just
Yep.
they will give you. They like the people that understand stuff just a little bit to give them a run. It's like finally I'm not so bored in my work today, but they would always, oh, you're really gonna wear that shirt? And I'm like, Freedom of Religion Act, yo. Like I just started fucking being a psycho, but not like the fun kind of psycho.
I was at the courthouse one day, and I don't know if you heard the beginning of our song, but that's my ringtone. I'm on the 3rd floor. Oh, I was there to talk to the prosecutor, and my phone rings. Now I'm on the 3rd floor, and all you hear is CPS ain't taking no one today, and I just lost it. I said, "Oh my god!" And I know it's louder downstairs.
I when I first started pressing the envelope, but it was like a little at a time. It was like how in the very beginning, like it's like you're nervous, right? You've never done it before, and the other side's filing declarations, and then you got to file yours and answer every question. And I'm like, then you'd go to your hearings like every 12 minutes. And it's like, does she even read this stuff? And so I decided I'm going to try something. It's like 2 months in. You know, there's a song by the Newsboys that's called, you know, they do God's Not Dead, He's Surely. Well, they do a song called Guilty, which is all about, I'm going to praise you in court. And if serving you is against the law of man, I'll sit here right in front of the jury and be guilty. And I just thought, I'm going to type this entire song
Oh Lord.
on my, as a declaration. And I typed the whole song. And then I wrote, thank you, Newsboys. And I submitted it. And they took it. And I was like, well, did you get my declaration? She's like, yeah. I was like, all right, that was it. I didn't have the balls at that point to ask her if she had read it because it was a horseshit declaration. But that's what I learned. They don't read anything. Your fate's already decided. So you might as well just fucking do whatever you can do. You know, it's like at that point, it just becomes learning strategy. And there's not really, they just do what they want. So I just decided if I'm at a clown show, I'm just going to I'm going to turn their 3 ring into a 4 ring. So everything they did, I just did stupider. And it's, you know, I'm like, today I'm going to wear a shirt. I need a new shirt for court. And then I was like, I'm going to do cutoff jeans. So then I'd always research everything first, though. I was like, I'm going to do the California codes. I'm going to do the appellate codes, but then I'm going to do the local codes. Like, what's the dress code? And it's like pretty much fucking just cover your naked ass. So I'm like, game on, you know?
Did you
But
find them there?
I'm
I'm
still in
looking.
the
I'm
court
looking
though.
for it.
They've kept me in a marriage for 9 years still. I went to court last year and they said, we'll see you in 2029. They
For
will
what?
not. I've been separated since 2016. I have not even seen I don't even know what my ex-husband looks like. I have filed 2 bifurcations. They are just like, yeah, these you didn't have a proof of service. I'm like, but I do. And they're like, well, he said he didn't get one because my ex-husband's like a well-connected attorney here. So,
Mm.
and I was like, well, can I serve him now? He's right here. And they're like, no, you have to mail it. I know
What?
that's like, right. But it's pick and choose your battles. So it's just like, whatever. I'm not going to fight about that. And I said, all right. And then literally 2 minutes later, I was like, well, I didn't get served. And then my ex-husband says, can I serve her now? She's right here. And the judge is like, sure.
I'd have
Like,
walked right out to that courtroom, found me a goddamn cop, and be like, "Can you serve him?"
oh no, at that point, look, at that point, I'm like, I'm intrigued. I want to learn you. I'm invested. Like, which way do you tick? And I look for every like different personality they have. Some of them have three in one at one time. There's always like a weakening somewhere in there. You know what I mean? It's a corrupt system, so you always be. But I was like, all right, I see how this is gonna go, and it took me. It takes a bit, but then they would, of course, they would recuse and still sit in front of me and hear my cases and just look at me like, you see that? My recusal's in your file, and I'm right here, like that's how powerful I am, you know? And even if you get a judge to recuse, they're going to put a shittier one in front of you just because they can. So it's not even worth it. It's
Why don't
like,
Why don't you go to
what?
Las Vegas and get divorced?
Well, I don't think I worked in Vegas for 14 years. I don't think that I should go back there.
Oh, oh, never mind.
No, because
Oh my.
Oh my!
but why can I do that?
I said, why don't you do that?
Because I'm from California?
Doesn't
Is that what?
matter.
Is
I
that a
can.
thing?
Yes, you can leave your state and go to Nevada and get a divorce. You can divorce your spouse in any state. They don't even
Yeah.
have to sign the divorce papers.
Well, but here's the thing. At this point, I just have to see how my own shit show ends, you
Oh
know?
Oh, here
my!
it is. I got it.
I'm invested. It's been 9 years. They've stolen my identity. They have, you don't even know. Like they have hacked into my children's medical records. I've done records requests. They've forged them on like like an Excel spreadsheet. I have the Jeffrey Epstein files of Butte County, California, and at this point, I am in. It's such a shit show that I'm only here as a spectator to see how it ends at this point on my own life. You know.
Wow.
It's not, yeah, it's retarded. Oh, sorry, Darren.
Yes, damn you using that word.
I
All
told
right, I
you.
found it. I
I
found it.
told
Check.
you
Watch
that
this.
going.
Watch
How do
this,
I
Jeff.
see it? How do I see it? I don't
You'll
see
see.
anything.
Watch the little
Oh.
window. You'll hear it first, actually. All right, here we go.
Oh no.
No, it's a little dot. Come
Yeah,
on.
that's beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
I can't hear anything.
It will come. Hold on. I don't know why
Oh,
it's so. They got our 6 today for sure.
they what?
Yeah,
They're
they're
on.
shadow banning us.
Yeah,
Oh my
they're on.
gosh. The second I started talking to Darren, nothing went through. It's probably all of us together, you guys. They're like,
Yeah.
these
How many
three
times
are
do we have that
out.
problem? Emails don't go through all the time, don't they, Tiff?
Yeah. We just
Yeah, all
say,
the
I'm with
time.
the go through, I'm with the DJ. Who is it? Lay it out for me.
This is my
It's
house.
Tiff.
They're coming up to my house.
Oh, I get. Oh, this is so exciting. I've heard about this.
All right. If it will fucking play. Oh, you just don't
All
have the
these
sound on.
fucking cop cars. They're not up there yet. All those fucking cop cars.
No, you had that's that. You know what though? Not a lot of people get that kind of attention. That's like a fan club. That's really cool.
Yeah, they always come like that when they come to my house.
Yeah, they usually do that with me too, but they don't. Oh, there it is. Was this the very first time you ever encountered him?
Fuck no.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
She saw him coming. She screamed.
But
You saw him
you
coming.
cannot force her, right? Because then you're taking away her free will. Do you read it? Look what it says. Can you see it? Can you see it? Show her. Please show her.
Okay.
Do you need to read this? Do all of you need a lesson in the Constitution?
Can I talk to you? Or are you just
Yes.
gonna yell at me?
Yes, he.
I'll talk to you by yourself.
All right. Are you Grandma?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So what's going on today?
Look,
I'm Sergeant Smith, by the way.
I'm Tiffany Wise.
Okay. So what's going
Like
Playing the
I
good
told
guy.
her, you cannot force somebody to give up their. Do you see this? I'm not playing. I sit on the NAACP board of criminal justice for a reason. I'm
Drop it
also
like it's
an
hot.
advocate for people like my daughter. My grandson ate some CBD gummies, okay? No THC was in them, straight CBD. They were mine. I take them for anxiety and back pain because I have a lot of anxiety because I deal with this.
Okay.
So she was getting off work. I called her. I said, we need to call. I said animal control earlier, but that's not what I meant. I meant the CDC.
Poison.
I said, call the CDC. Tell them there's no, I'm so mad right now. THC is straight CBD. So she did, and they said, well, take him to the emergency room. I'll call ahead.
Okay.
Oh,
So I
hell
said,
no.
let's go. So we went to the emergency room. They ran all these tests on him. He's fine.
What type of? Do you know what type? They take blood or urine or
They
something?
took blood.
Okay.
They hooked him up to an EKG machine, breathing monitor. They hooked him up to all this shit.
Okay.
The baby's fine.
Was he discharged?
Yes.
Okay. So y'all just didn't. You didn't leave, right? Without.
We got discharge papers.
Okay. Okay.
So, CPS, I don't care how you look at it, one of the reasons I'm meeting with all these delegates and the Attorney General and all these people is to change their policies. Okay? That's why I'm on the board. I'm going to meet with Wendy Godias tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, and don't think I'm not bringing this case up.
Right.
Because this is why This shit needs to be reformed. The police department, CPS, child support, and the family court. That all this shit needs to be reformed.
Okay.
Because if you all take an oath to uphold the Constitution, why are you on my property looking for my daughter when you know she has 4th, 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment rights?
Nailed
CPS
it.
called here.
It doesn't matter what CPS says. They are not.
CPS
They
called.
do not have arresting authority. They have no authority. They
Can I
use
talk to
you
you?
all. Wait a minute. They use you all for backup. And you know how else I know this? How ironic is it that my father is a retired police officer, and every time I have an interaction with the police, he reminds me that you all took the oath, or the sheriff took the oath to uphold the Constitution. You're only here for her protection.
Correct.
I know. So why is half of Frederick County and my fucking property, my real property, when I have no trespassing all over it?
I'd leave too, girl.
Be able to.
You have to understand my frustration. I've been
I
fighting these people
understand
for
you're
30
frustrated.
years.
I understand you're frustrated, but I didn't come up here yelling
I
at
know.
you.
I'm irritated and I'm
I'm letting
frustrated.
you vent, but you need to let me speak my turn, okay? So as you know, CPS brought us here because we are their security.
That's right.
Because people get pissed off, sometimes they get assaulted and things like that.
I'm not gonna put my hands
Okay.
on anybody.
Well, they don't know who you are, okay? They don't know who anybody is when they come up to these types of things. They wanted to initiate a safety plan for you and your daughter and the kid.
He's
not gonna
so
happen.
working with them now.
So then
Yep.
they had to talk to their supervisor. I guess they were looking at a possible emergency removal order. I don't know what the process of that is, where they stand with that. But we are not going to enter your house. We don't have a reason to enter your house unless we have an exigent circumstance. If
I
there's
think
an
he means a
emergency,
right.
We can't articulate that there's an emergency going on. Nobody's in there dying. I'm sure you've taken remedies to remove those gummies out of the
Yeah, I stuck 'em in my
3-year-old's
purse.
He
Okay.
ate them all.
And then my
So-
daughter-in-law is scared to leave with her son because she's like, oh my God, Tiffany, what am I going to do? So you're not going to do shit. You're going to sit your ass here until these motherfuckers get off my property. That's what you're going to do.
So we are going to leave in just a couple
Yeah.
minutes as soon as I talk to everybody and let them know what's going on. We're going to leave, okay? Now, if CPS decides to get a court order and for whatever reason or whatever other type of authority tomorrow morning, then that's a different story. But
Of course it is.
But as far as right now, tonight, we're going to leave in a couple minutes and
Thank
okay?
you. Appreciate that.
No problem.
And I'm serious. The NAACP president already told her that Sade will be filing a complaint and they are getting involved.
No problem.
That's why I want everybody's name and badge number that's on my property right now, because backup or not, you all know she doesn't have a court order. She cannot remove AJ even if he was here, because there is no more intimate and immediate danger. The immediate danger was when we realized that he ate the gummies and we took him to the hospital. Okay, so it's not like we just sat around here, and kicked it, and drank some coffee, because whatever. No, we took him to the hospital.
Right.
So it's not like she was being neglectful. I wasn't being neglectful. He's almost 2. They get into everything.
I understand.
Everything.
I understand.
So I want her off my property, and y'all can leave, because my daughter-in-law is petrified. She said, I ain't going nowhere. I said, well, you can spend the night if they don't leave.
Yep, we're all leaving.
I appreciate it. But you do see that I got my shit.
I understand. I understand.
And if they take it to court, I will go down and I will file another emergency order to have AJ put back with Sade, because I know how to do it.
Yep, absolutely.
Thank you.
Do you have any questions?
I want everybody's card. That's all I
don't know if
want.
they've all got cards. But
Then start writing names down.
What
Here,
you
you
can-
can even use the back of this. I want everybody's name, badge number. I want it all. Ain't this some shit?
And the paper that he's writing
That's how
on
Tiff
It's me already,
is
because I know my rights, and I do advocate for people.
that was my parental rights doctrine.
He was like,
Where'd she go?
We
Oh,
lost her.
yeah.
Just when you're getting praised.
Yeah, I don't fuck around with them. Just like when they came here for the dog. They were at the front door, I went out the side door. They all were out the side door, I went out the
Yep.
front door. They came back to the front door, I went out the side door. Bitch,
you know,
don't
that
play with
guy was
me.
like, that guy was
Right
like
around there.
radioing in. He's like rolling thunder to Red Leader. We got to get the fuck out of here. This bitch is nuts.
Yeah. Well,
But
the lieutenant kept telling them they needed to leave. So let me tell you
oh,
what ended up happening.
did you hear the sneaky shit? He's like, well, they just kind of want to have you sign a parent plan or whatever the fuck
And
that
you
is.
heard what I said, right? That's not going to happen.
But like, how sneaky is that?
I
Like,
don't
cause
give a fuck.
yeah,
So here's the thing.
I can tell.
They waited 4 days, and there's 3 interviews up there with the CPS worker. The motherfuckers told me that Nurse Lexi is the one that called. So I called and got Nurse Lexi fired the next day
Yeah,
for
she's a
filing a
hoe.
false report.
She sounds like a hoe.
Yeah, they kept coming to my house for 3 weeks looking for my daughter. I called them. I said, "Leave me the fuck alone." Me and the sheriff got into it. Miss Wise, you need to turn your daughter in, and she needs to surrender her child. They said they got custody. I said, "Well, there's no removal order. Where's the removal order?" "Well, that's what they're saying." I said, "Well, I tell you what, I promise you, and I guarantee if you put out that Amber Alert, it'll be your last one." He didn't.
Yeah, they own those.
Yeah, we went to court. We won, but because I'm belligerent. They said that my daughter was founded to be neglectful. I said, nah, mom, no. I said, fuck that. You're going to appeal it. They refused to give her case the first time. The second time was right before Christmas that year in 2021. And it got overturned on an
Yeah,
administrative
but
level.
you know that what? Oh, you did the administrative appeal.
Yeah, because we won. We
So
didn't have to take it any
I know,
further.
but literally, like it's like 2% of people win those, and which the administrative appeals of the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds I've helped people do, they're like, I already appealed it. It's too late. And I'm like, was it in the same courthouse? Or like, it was at the CPS building or whatever. And I'm like, no, that. So on their paperwork, their thing is they will say, we're appealing it. So these people will go and duke it out with the devils, right? The CPS agents on their turf. And because the paperwork at the top says appeal, because they like everything's word doctoring and legalese and trickery, they think that they're done. That's why they give up. They're like, we already had our appeal, we're done. But it wasn't the
Mm-mm.
appellate court, it was administrative. There's so like people just like they just get sideswiped by it, but you knew it was administrative.
I know for a fact because her lawyer called me
Oh
after
yeah.
that hearing and was like, "Miss Wise, I have got to tell you, first of all, you are so cutthroat and you know your shit. And I've never in 30 plus years ever had an administrative CPS hearing overturned. This is my first one."
2%. That's all they need. All they need to do is that's the percentage of kids that they need to show that they have returned back to their biological parents to continue their federal
Oh,
funding.
well, listen to
2%.
this. Not only, okay, you're not going to believe this, but it happened.
I will. Go ahead,
So
try.
the day before we were supposed to go to court, my husband does mobile or tent, so he had to go tent this race car. So we're there all day. It's 100 degrees. I'm a bitch. Baby's crying. My husband's like, the tent is just not working today. Something is wrong. Something's just not right. Husband comes out and says, "Hey, my wife's about to pull up, and they lived on this hill." He says, "So
Yeah.
just watch the baby. He's been running around." I said, "Okay." So we go sit in the garage. Car pulls up. Lady gets out. This bitch almost has a heart attack on her own driveway because it's a fucking CPS worker that just left my daughter's house.
They're trolling. You know, and it was funny the medication thing. Every parent does that. Like my son brought me like he called them chill pills. Like he was ADHD. He woke me up early morning. He's like, "Mom, I need my chill pill," because he wasn't feel like he's too crazy. And I'm like half asleep, and I give it to him. Then all of a sudden, a half hour later, I sit up and I was like, "That was my a different kind. It
Well,
was like my Xanax.
he didn't even eat them. She found them when she was about to move, and she found the damn things behind the refrigerator.
Did you call poison control?
Yeah, we call poison control. But let me tell you what else happened.
Yeah,
Not
but if they told you to
only,
go to the emergency room, then do you see how everything's just totally being
yeah,
infiltrated? Because they're usually like not like that. They're like, give me the size, give me the weight, give me the milligrams, and then they'll put it in their program and be like, he'll be fine, but he'll be stoned or whatever. But for them
well,
to tell you to go to the E room is like that that is like sending you to get trafficked,
well, this is the thing. I know why they did it because I do a lot of doctors' cars. So I asked one of the doctors, and he was like, first of all, there's no test for just straight CBD. Now, if it had
No.
THC in it, we can test. Second of all, there's not a lot of stuff medically known about CBD. So that's probably why they told her to go. But anyway, so then my daughter gets these child support letters in the mail, right?
Oh yeah, fun.
So I'm not going to say what happened, but anyway, I ended up getting a copy of them and sending them to her lawyer. And these motherfuckers said they had the child in custody. They wanted them to pay this money back. So here I go. You didn't have this child not 1 second, not 1 minute, not 1 hour, not one nothing, because the agreement for her to come back to this state was the judge had to lift the removal order and let the child stay with his parents. But you got federal grant money?
That's not all they got. I have a
Of course
friend.
not.
Well, they actually have. So we actually have. So you know how we have like TransUnion, like there's like three major ones, right? Equifax and whatever. We actually
Yeah.
have six,
Oh,
and the three that we'll never see. Accidentally, the county accidentally sent me the wrong one once, and so I started. I found one of my friends. It's called the Matrix, but he looked all into like he's like, wow, CPS has had my daughter for 4 months, and it says on his credit report CPS slash DHS or whatever it's called, and then it had his daughter's name and it said $100,000. So I mean, check your credit report. It's like you have no idea the level. I mean, it's
Mm-hmm.
insane. I'm like 4 months. He's like, yep, and it literally says it. CPS, my daughter's name, 4 months, 100 grand. They pull your credit because what happens is when you turn 18, like nobody gets their kids credit. Like kids get their own credit when they're adults and figure it out. Everything's sealed, right? They fucking drain as minors. I mean, it's incredible. There's six credit reports. The other three we will never see. The government drains all those right off the bat. That's not even counting our QSIT number with our, you know, with our bonds that they. I think my friend was like, "Give me your information," and he plugged it all in. He's like, "Did you go through a divorce?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, your courts took like $80 million in like the 7 years. I'm like, that sounds about right. I mean, but like they, it's everything. They will buy cars in your kid's name and you'll never find it unless it's accident or you know where to look. And you have to, it's insane the stuff that they steal. It's sick. And they get away with it because it's legalese, right? Like
mm.
you should check out the CPS financial matrix. Just go down the rabbit hole for a little bit.
If I go
They've
down the
got
rabbit hole, look, before I got my gun rights back, the prosecutor made me promise that I wouldn't go shoot up CPS. So we're not going to go down that rabbit hole because I have to keep my promise to the prosecutor.
well, you don't have to shoot them up. You just have to allegedly want to,
Yeah, well,
maybe. But
Darren, Darren,
What do you? Yeah, what do you want? I'm right over here reading these. What?
she said, you don't have to go
What do you
shoot them
want?
up.
well, no, where
No.
that's like God says, like
Never mind, Darren.
thou shall not kill, right? Come on now.
Oh, I don't want to kill anybody. I like to watch them squirm around on a hook.
Well, I think that you wouldn't need to kill him because you're just straight up balls to the wall.
Yes,
You
I
know,
am.
I I'm not like that. I'm more of a smart ass, but
Oh,
it
no.
works.
I'm so cutthroat. It's not even funny.
But
No, I don't know. I've been looking for the stand video to end the show with.
That's all right. We can play it another day. It's time to go anyway.
all right. Well, you guys
I
pop
know
my
we're over our
cherry.
time. You made it, Jess. You made it
Oh
out.
Lord.
Okay, I'm never gonna do it
Yep,
again.
she's been
Whatever.
she's been broken, people.
No, because here's
So we'll be back.
here's the reason why is because it'll be like I will have my own. It will be like a blooper show for me.
Yes, it will.
In the spirit of investigative journalism, this newsletter uncovers the ongoing controversies surrounding
Well, what is it?
Child Protective Services, CPS, across the United States. From wrongful child removals to systemic failures in foster care, we bring you the latest developments, substantiated by recent reports and lawsuits. For more resources, visit cpsbreakingnews.com and subscribe to www.youtube.com/@abolishcps for in-depth discussions and advocacy. In New York, a class action lawsuit accuses the Administration for Children's Services, ACS, of violating parents' Fourth Amendment rights during home investigations. Parents report being coerced into allowing searches without warrants under threats of child removal. This rare constitutional challenge aims to defend families from unwarranted intrusions, revealing how CPS tactics can traumatize innocent households. Spike in child fatalities sparks debate on removal policies. In Washington state, a surge in fatal and near-fatal incidents involving children in 2025 has reignited discussions on CPS removal practices. Critics argue that hasty removals without sufficient evidence contribute to family destabilization, while defenders point to the challenges of balancing safety with family unity. This controversy reflects broader national debates on whether CPS policies exacerbate rather than prevent harm.
Human trafficking risks among child welfare-involved youth. A 2024 study reveals verified human trafficking allegations among children in the child welfare system, particularly those with repeat involvements. While not directly implicating CPS in trafficking, the research shows how system instability increases vulnerability to exploitation, including sex and labor trafficking. Federal reports from 2024 emphasize the need for better protections, with FBI operations arresting hundreds in child sex abuse crackdowns. In the complex world of child welfare, a common legal question arises. What rights do parents have when CPS initiates an investigation, and what remedies exist if a child is wrongfully removed? The core issue stems from the Fourth Amendment, which protects against unreasonable searches and seizures. CPS workers often enter homes without warrants, citing exigent circumstances. But recent lawsuits clarify that parents can refuse entry absent a court order or immediate danger. For instance, in cases like those in New York City, families have successfully challenged coercive tactics, leading to demands for clearer protocols on parental consent. If a child is removed unjustly, solutions include filing a civil rights lawsuit under Section 1983 in federal court. Parents must prove violations like lack of due process or qualified immunity breaches. Successful cases, such as foster care abuse settlements, demonstrate potential for compensation, with payouts sometimes exceeding millions for egregious harms. Steps to pursue: document everything. Gather evidence of the investigation, including reports and communications. Consult an attorney. Civil rights lawyers specialize in these cases. Initial consultations are often free. File a complaint. Sue in federal court, seeking damages for emotional distress and punitive awards if malice is shown. Appeal removals. Use state family courts to contest decisions, potentially leading to reunification. While CPS aims to protect children, overreach can devastate families. Reforms, like mandatory Miranda-like warnings for parents, are proposed to ensure transparency. For advocacy, turn to resources like cpsbreakingnews.com.
In a wave of outrage sweeping the nation, parents, advocates, and survivors gathered in cities across the U.S. from September 7th to 9th, 2025, to protest what they call systemic corruption in Child Protective Services, CPS, and family courts. Demonstrators in Orange County, CA, and beyond chanted slogans demanding accountability, third-party oversight, and an end to practices they allege facilitate child trafficking and unjust family separations. One protester in Sacramento shared a harrowing story of CPS removing children without due process, echoing broader claims that the system prioritizes financial incentives over family unity. These protests, organized by groups like Family Court Fraud Warrior, highlight ongoing allegations that CPS agencies receive federal bonuses for adoptions under the 1997 Adoption and Safe Families Act, potentially incentivizing removals.
When they ask us what our rights are, they say you don't need them. What a mistake that is to say. We live in a land, we ought to be free. It's not seeming that's how it is shaping to be. The Constitution is supposed to guide us. Our government is taking it away and trying to deprive us. Our kids are taken every day by CPS agents looking for prey. They don't give a damn about the Constitution. We have found the one and only solution. There's a couple people you should know. Tiff and the Punisher is the show. They wanna stop CPS from stealing our kids, fighting beside us and trying to guide us. Tiff has a heart of gold. She blasts these caseworkers when they are wrong. She beats them down with her knowledge, better than the kids who are in college. The Punisher's abolished all the way. He's been here 4 years, they took his daughter away. He came from the darkness he was in. Now it's time to make parenting great again. Together they are making a commotion, telling all the parents use the Constitution potion. You have rights, did you know? Learn to use them on Tiff and Punisher show. We all admit the times are hard. No little children in the front yard. Tiff and Punisher are fighting so hard. They're waging war, on their side is God. They don't stop if they get in trouble. They fighting for the children, double trouble. The strength they need, they get from each other. They had each other's back like sister and brother. They are Tiff and the Punisher, saving the families from corruption. They want you to join their movement, no repercussion. You need to learn that thing called the Constitution. Inside that document is our solution. CPS, we have your number. We are coming for you, hear our thunder. Your fate is sealed, have a nice day. You won't break another family. No more trauma for kids, that's like blasphemy. Keep your thoughts to your own ideals. Soon enough, you'll be clicking your heels. Because you need to go to jail. All of us fathers will be chugging down an ale. The mothers will squeeze their young ones tight, as CPS workers are locked down for the night. They had a choice, they didn't and made. Now they spend their days in crates. They should know it's wrong to kidnap. So from all of us, this is your payback. Here's a couple people you should know. Tiff and the Punisher is their show. They wanna stop CPS from stealing our kids, fighting beside us and trying to guide us. Tiff has a heart of gold. She blasts these caseworkers when they are wrong. She beats them down with her knowledge, better than the kids who are in college. The Punisher's abolished all the way. He's been here 4 years, they took his daughter away. He came from the darkness he was in. Now it's time to make parenting great again. Together they are making a commotion, telling all the parents use the Constitution potion. You have rights, did you know? Learn to use them on Tiff and Punisher show. That's all we need to get on with this fight. The document that most people court barely read in light. Pick the parts that pertain to your case. Show them the results and spit in their face. We are Tiff and the Punisher, fighting together, displaying our unity with birds of a feather. If it's a million, that's great, but one is just the same. We'll bring these kids home and know every name. We will smoke every social worker in court, their heads down with no support. The country knows CPS is doing wrong. If they don't, then play them our song. We are